Why are Pokemon illustration rare prices going crazy, going to the moon, just doing stuff which we never thought would probably happen for standard illustration rares? The answer? Well, there's a few things. By the way, my name's Lloyd. I own Nerd Cave, an online Pokemon and other TCG card business. Little plug there, but you know, why not? And yeah, so let's get on with the video anyway. Basically, the simple reason is it's a combination of three things usually, but now it's four things. The first thing is obviously pull rate. They're still very hard to pull in certain sets like Paldea Evolved. The illustration rares like the Magic Card, for example, it's insanely tough to pull. It's almost like, it's basically, even though it is an illustration rare and not a special illustration rare, in terms of pull rate, in terms of the fact that it's not as glossy, it is basically one, if we're being honest. Two, the condition of the cards coming out the packs. Again, I'll use Magic Card, but I could use something else as an example actually too. I could probably go with the Tyranitar from Paldea Evolved too. The standard price of the card is nothing compared to the price in a PSA 10. Why is that? Because they come out battered. In some of these, a lot of these SMV sets, that is, the conditions are just awful. It's not like Sword and Shield, where the conditions are pretty nice. They're obviously not Japanese level, but they're very nice. So then, majority of what you send off, as long as the centering's okay with the Sword and Shield stuff, will get 10s. With SMV, the centering can be fine, but chances are there's white specks in the corner, white specks, scratches, print lines, there's all sorts. Causing the PSA 10 values to be insanely high, just based on how hard they are to get. And then when you've got a card which is £20 and then £300 in a 10, it's just a matter of time till that £20 card, people start looking at it going, well, I want to buy a few of them, send them off. The price rises and that £20 card becomes a £40 card. That's one aspect of it as well. So that's two. And three, maybe it was just three. I don't know where I was going with four. But three is just the general hype in Pokemon at the minute. It's so hyped. It's so inflated. It's got so many people. I don't want to say casuals because we were all a casual once. I mean, I wasn't a casual. It's probably about 4 years old maybe. But there's people who don't even like Pokemon who are now in the hobby, who are now trying to make money out of it. The scalpers and all that jazz. I even see stuff now, it's resellers that use apps and websites these days to find stock updates. And they used to use them for trainers or sneakers for the Americans. And now they're using them for Pokemon cards. It's actually quite crazy that Pokemon is reselling trainers is now reselling Pokemon. It's genuinely crazy how it happens. But anyway, I'm going a bit off on a tangent here. Talking about just the illustration rares. Oh, the fourth thing as well, I should have said this really, is the artworks. Pokemon has never before seen or done artworks this insane, to be honest with you. I mean, even if you look on the Pocket app, some of the artworks there, you think, Jesus, they look even better than some of the artworks we're getting. So it just goes to show that they can go even further. But some of these illustration rares, if the Pokemon is a desired Pokemon, it's a hard pull rate, and the artwork's insane. It's always going to be a lot, and especially with the PSA thing as well. I don't want to go too deep onto that because that's something for another video. But yeah, that is just the general potion of ingredients of what you need to cause this. And now I'm even seeing rumours of groups going round in like Discord servers, and they're choosing Pokemon cards, and they're going, right, we'll all buy this at this price and then we'll sell it at that price. That is not a joke, though. This is actually something which is apparently happening, which is crazy, which is honestly crazy. Like, how, like, it's now become a thing where the general hype of a card was actually enough to do it, along with the other ingredients. Whereas now people are almost faking it. They're almost going, right, what's a nice card which hasn't boomed? Like, where's the next one? That's boomed, that's boomed. What hasn't boomed? Okay, this one, yeah, that's a pretty nice card. I mean, it's a better card, so it's pretty nice. It's going for that. Yeah, I reckon in this market it could be going for more. Let's just buy them all. And that is literally what's happening. So it's almost a case of whack-a-mole with Pokemon cards at the minute. And that is obviously including special illustration rares and, of course, just standard illustration rares too. And then whacking the mole is essentially just buying them all up. And then, because of the market we're in, people are going to buy them. People are seeing it. Oh, it's another hype. We're going to buy them. that's basically what's happening, guys. If I'm being totally honest with you, I would say, I'd probably say don't. I'd probably say if you like the card, spend what you think it's worth. I know it's hard to say what you think it's worth in this market because everything's worth more, but yeah, it's a tough one to say. It's a tough one. You just got to make your own mind up. It's just I wouldn't spend silly money on illustration res because don't get me wrong, a lot of the big cards like the Magic card stuff like that, I don't think will really dip that much. There will be a slight dip, but it's not going to be for a while. If I'm being honest, with the Team Rocket set come in, the Mega Evolution stuff, the black and white set come in, 30th anniversary. The hype is not going to die for another year, probably, to be honest, and that's if it does. And so we've got a while. So I wouldn't panic with the illustration res. They're not going to drop anytime soon, but they will drop eventually. They won't plummet. Some will. Well, I say plummet. Some will drop a fair, significant amount, but majority of them would probably just correct to a fair price of what they deserve. Like the Magikarps, Groudons, they're relatively fair, to be honest with you. But then like the Drowsy, I've used it on the thumbnail, I'm pretty sure. I know it's a nice card and people will say, yeah, it's a really cool artwork. It's a cool artwork, but it's not a £60 artwork. I'm sorry, it's never. It's not a desirable enough Pokemon to do that. I know you could say, well, the Magikarp, but Magikarp's OG, it's kind of memey and the artwork's amazing too. Like, it's kind of funny how a Magikarp's £1,000. Do you know what I mean? Like, it kind of makes a bit of sense, whereas some of these just make zero sense. But yeah, guys, anyway, like I said, subscribe to the channel if you're new, like the video, and yeah, we'll be doing many more videos like this. And like I said, Nerd Cave, I'll leave the link to my online store in the description below if you do want to pick up any sealed goods and some slabs too. Really just starting with the slabs. But yeah, guys, anyway, have a great day. Peace.